Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel for the first video this season. We have Game Week 1 predictions and I'm joined by Jesse.
Hi.
And I'm joined by Philip.
I'm not Philip, mate. I'm Mike.
And I'm joined by Mike.
Hello.
We have the first set of games. The way it's going to work, I'm going to be at the top, Jesse's going to have a little bit, and Philip's going to have the bottom bit because Philip likes being on the bottom.
You cheeky little fucker!
Before we get into it, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we're just absolute dons. And the next video won't be having Jesse and we're going to be having Ashley.
I don't know which one's worse.
As I said, subscribe because we have the Premier League predictions. There will be Europa League ones because I love a bit of Europa football. We got the BTEC European Cup is in Champions League, so that's what will be coming.
So the first game of the season, or the first thing on this video, I don't know whether it's actually the first. Is it the first actual game?
Yeah.
When you see
So
that, it's just
you
how
could
big a
see
club we are.
Big Mitrovic kicking the Premier League ball.
I don't think he's going to score though, because I think we're going to lose. I think we're going to lose 2-0. You know, you don't know what to expect at the start of the season, obviously. But if we were up against Brighton on the first game of the season, I think I'd be a lot more optimistic than I actually am, because Arsenal have already played. I mean, I know pre-season exists, but if you're talking about actual football, where there's not substitutions every 15 minutes and teams changing at half time and what have you, Arsenal have already played. They played the Community Shield against Liverpool and obviously won that only on penalties. I don't think we're going to get off to a good start, but I think it's really crucial that we do, because we have a few games where we can pick up some points, and it's where we fell last year. Last time we were in the Premier League, we got a shocking start and we couldn't really build momentum from there. So I think it's very crucial that we do pick up points. But I don't think we're going to pick up any here.
I agree with Philip. I've also gone with a 2-0 win to Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm going with the 2-0 Arsenal as well. It's almost like we already knew the scores for this week, but I'm going with the 2-0.
When it's 2-0 Arsenal, don't be surprised, innit? That's all I'm saying.
Now, the next game is Chelsea's third kit versus Emil Højbjerg's been taken away, Lemina's been taken away, Harrison Reen's been taken away, Crystal Palace versus Southampton. Last year, Southampton were on fire, but it's a case of whether.
Well, they didn't start the season on fire. That's for sure.
They didn't.
With a good striker. Well, obviously they've had a good striker, but one of the top goal scorers in the league, Danny Ings, will he continue his run of form? We don't know.
That's the question. And can they play without Højbjerg? To me, you know, the typical thing at Selhurst Park is a 1-0 win for either team, and I'm going with an easy goal for easy 1-0 Crystal Palace.
Wilfried Zaha, will he still be there? I think so.
Yes.
I saw him play. He played a friendly the other day. It seems every window now that he requests to leave, but nothing ever comes of it. So he's going to be 41 years old and still at the club. In terms of a prediction for me, it wouldn't be me without a Desmond Tutu, would it? And I think that the two teams are going to be potential good clubs, not to watch, but good result clubs this year. And I think that they're going to clash, and only when two good teams clash will end in a Desmond Tutu.
I think that Palace are going to win 2-1 against Southampton. I feel that Southampton are going to be lucky to get a goal. The next game is West Ham versus Newcastle. I think this game is going to be a 1-1.
I'll go with 3 goals. Today, Newcastle have completed the signing of Fraser and Wilson, 2 cracking signings. They went cherry picking, haha.
Yeah, shut your fucking mouth!
And West Ham, they lost to Bournemouth the other day, 5-3 in the Betway Cup final. I'll go with a 3-0 Newcastle win. Wilson's going to start the season well, I think, and I think Fraser's going to link up well. And people's fantasy teams are going to have Fraser, St Maximin and Wilson. When you think about it like that, that's a dangerous front three for a mid-table team. Yeah.
In terms of my thoughts on this game, West Ham, we don't really know. They haven't made a signing yet. The only team not to have made a signing so far. The owners are in this weird place where even the players are turning against him. If you saw on Twitter the other day, Grady Diangana went to West Brom. Mark Noble wasn't best pleased about that, and He vented his frustrations, as I think a couple of other players have at the board. And I think things do need to change upstairs. West Ham, I think they're going to really struggle unless they really put their asses into gear. And I think this is going to start showing on the first game of the season, as Callum Wilson is going to score a brace on his debut. 2-1 Newcastle win. The next game we have is Liverpool versus Leeds. A very, very, very tasty opening fixture. One that could go either way. Are Leeds going to be wanting to show themselves off? Obviously they are going to be. But how much are they going to want to do it against the reigning champions? The reigning champions have lost the Community Shield final, I was about to say, but they lost the Community Shield to Arsenal. Is that going to knock their confidence? We don't know. Will Rodrigo get off to a good start in a Leeds shirt, or will Marcelo Bielsa still persist with Patrick Bamford up top? We don't know. In terms of score prediction for this game, I've gone with a 1-1 draw. I think Leeds are going to come out fighting. Slide tackle. Stuart Dallas is going to get sent off. Mo Salah is going to be stinky because I think he's going to flop this season. Yeah, 1-0.
Interesting. I do think Liverpool will struggle, but I think they'll just put it out of hatchery and go with a 1-0 win. Probably a Firmino fucking no-look goal.
I think the score for this game is going to be a 2-2. So it doesn't mean. The next game is West Brom versus Leicester. I think this is going to be a 2-0 to Leicester. I don't think West Brom are really going to go out there like fighting for anything.
Yeah, not like they're trying to stay up.
No, but I don't think they're going to get anything past Leicester.
Is this technically a Midlands derby? Because they were classing Leicester Wolves and Leicester Aston Villa as a derby, so is this technically?
Must be.
Technically,
I don't think it's going to be. I don't know. Leicester fans, West Bromwich Albion fans, if you're out there,
if you're watching, let us know.
Maybe they're your biggest rivals, and I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know the answer to that question. Please educate.
It's a tricky game, and I'm going to go with a 0-0.
I can
Really?
West Brom starting off at the Hawthorns is a place where everyone struggles. If you're a biggish team and your name's not Man City, and Leicester, you know, they've got Jamie Vardy. Maddison could be injured. They've lost Chilwell. Sonyaku, I think he's still serving his ban from last year against Bournemouth. So I think it's going to be a 0-0, which is a decent result for West Brom. If you're a West Brom fan, I would definitely take that against a team that's playing in Europa League this season. But yeah, boring 0-0 to start off the Sunday season.
Yeah, they've got an ageing Jamie Vardy. I mean, it's amazing that he's managed to do what he's done, considering that he hit form in the Premier League when he was about 30-31. And they finished the season on a bit of a low, because for so much of the season they were second and they tailed off. Obviously, they're not a top team. I know they've won the Premier League, but they're not. Let's face the facts here. They're not a top team, so they don't have the big club mentality like teams who overtook them, Chelsea, are. But I do think they're going to have enough to beat the newly promoted fellow brothers in West Bromwich Albion. West Bromwich Albion made a good signing in Grady D and Garner, obviously done really well for them last season. Going to be interesting to see how he adapts to Premier League life. I know he has made a few appearances under West Ham, but which is crazy to me that West Ham have sold him. West Brom obviously have a proven manager in the Premier League. We need to mention that as well.
Village.
Yeah, really good manager. Don't know about his longevity. It's going to be really interesting to see how Matías Pereira gets on in the Premier League, because he's such a creative player in the Championship last year's season. He done really well. In terms of score prediction for this game, though, I can't see anything past a Leicester win. I'm going to go with a 3-1 Leicester win.
And now, as the Morecambe fan that I am, it's Tottenham versus Everton. About an hour ago, as we're recording, Everton just signed James Rodriguez. What the fuck?
I don't think it's that surprising.
Are you off your tits? Have you been smoking something?
Not that it's surprising, just his ability shouldn't go undoubted.
But think about their manager, Carlo Ancelotti.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only reason why he's gone there. But you can't doubt that Everton's midfield could be Allen, Decore,
They'll
and
still
James
finish
Rodriguez.
15th.
Easy top 3. Easy top 3. If I'm not 16th.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to see their team shit against us and think, oh yeah, fucking 6-1 win incoming. Not saying
I'd laugh
that.
if it actually was a 6-1 win, because I don't think I'd see you be more red-faced in your life.
On the other hand, Spurs, we've signed Højbjerg, we've signed Doherty, but on the other hand, Everton, they're a good side with Calvert-Lewin up front.
And dinosaur arms in goal.
Yeah. But last week we played Watford, we lost 2-1 in pre-season. The rest of our players are out in international duty, so the whole team hasn't come together and played since the break. And I think we're going to suffer for that. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. Because drawing is nice, especially the curtains.
Oh, shut up, you cunt!
Yeah, like the Morecambe fans said, Tottenham are a team that have signed some players. Will Højbjerg start? Will he?
Probably.
Where does he fit in for you? Winks, obviously, similar
I think
mould.
because they had Winks and Sissoko, but now everyone's on about Ndombele, but I don't think he's going to play. So I think it's going to be Winks, Højbjerg, Lo Celso, or maybe Højbjerg, Dele Alli, Lo Celso, something like that. I need to just sneeze.
That went all over my leg.
Everton, they've got this new crazy signing being 29-year-old James Rodriguez, but they've still got Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Theo Walcott, and a £40 million flop in Alex Iwobi. He's going to be a one-man band, if anything. So I think you need to, if there's any Everton fans jerking themselves off silly right now, I think you need to curb your clout, because I think you're going to lose 2-0 on the opening day. Jose's got a point to prove this season. He's going to win a trophy, whether that be the
Europa League is coming home. That is going to them.
And I think they've got to be cunts.
For 90 minutes you have to be a bunch of cunts.
I don't think they're all gonna. I think there's gonna be a lot of confusion when they're playing. I don't think it's gonna be a straightforward bish bash bosh. So I feel as though there's going to be a lot of struggle. It's going to be a 2-1 win to Spurs.
Can we just point something out? In the video it's meant to come out in predicting all 380 games, at the halfway point after 19 games, in her table Spurs were 15th with 5 fucking wins, and Fulham had less losses than Spurs.
Now we go down to the south coast, where we have a repeat of a pre-season game in which a draw happened. These two clubs being Brighton and Chelsea. Poor Brighton have got a tough start, haven't they? Have they made any signings? Well, obviously they have. Adam Lallana, good signing, but he's not going to pull the midfield on his own. Good replacement for Aaron Moy. That was a shock one, I didn't see that one coming. And I think they're going to feel the wrath of Timo Werner, Kai Havertz,
Ziyech,
Dave from down the road, Simon down the road, Patrick down the road, and they're going to lose 4-1. At least I've given you a goal, Brian.
And do you know what? Me and Philip, we've been playing lots of Snap recently, because Snap 4-1 to Chelsea. Havertz and Werner, braces for them both, and also with Ben Chilwell playing at left back potentially. They could have a new goalkeeper. Fabrizio's reported they might have a new goalkeeper, so yeah, I think Chelsea could be a force to be reckoned with this season.
Definitely. If they don't get at least top 3, then
four.
that really
Slap.
reflects poor on that, doesn't it?
Because they have.
No,
their
top
players have
3.
to
It's
come
top 3.
Hey, top 3's already occupied by the mighty Spurs.
For this game, I have given a 2-0 win to Chelsea. This is because they've made a few signings over the past few weeks.
A few
I
is
don't-
an understatement.
No. I think Brighton are just going to struggle massively. I don't think they're going to be able to get the ball past any player during that match. I think it's all...
100% possession for Chelsea.
Yeah. Lastly, we have Sheffield United versus Wolves. I think this game is going to be a 2-1 win to Wolves.
Sheffield United. Apparently they've gone hand with I think they're getting Max Lowe and
It's confirmed. It's
Is
confirmed.
it done? Which is two
Jaden
good
Bogle,
signings
the
for
double
them.
signing from Derby.
It's a cracking sign for him. So they're going to push him forward.
And they've also got
Derby.
Ethan Ampadu in on loan from Chelsea,
Ooh,
who was linked with us for the longest time. So
yeah.
unsure as to why that fell through, but yeah, all the
Two
best
good
to
signings.
him and his moustache ways.
But, they're going to be without Dave McGoldrick because 1 year on, he's still looking for his house. Wolves, on the other hand, just missed out in the Europa League last year, but the game changer here is Raul Jimenez. They've signed some lad from Porto in a record-breaking fee for Wolves. Solid defence. Lost Matt Doherty to a little club called Morecambe. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. I think this is a Monday game. So yeah, 1-1 draw. Wolves obviously get the extended break because everyone's in the Europa League, but Sheffield United and Bramall Lane, it's a tough place to go. I think they're going to keep it up. I'll leave for this game though because I don't know who they're playing next week.
Now I'm backing one of your beefs. Whose beef am I backing?
You're back, your my beef.
I'm not backing your beef, I'm backing Jesse's beef.
Oh, he's
I'm
fucking
going with a
lovely.
2-1 Wolves win. Jaden Bogle, yeah. Was good in the season that I watched him under Frank Lampard.
Yes.
Last season he was on and off. He was hot and cold, but there's a really good player in him, and I think with time he will show what he's made of. But obviously he needs a time to adapt. Both of them do to the new league that they're in, and for that reason, I think that Sheffield United's life is going to start off rough, and I'm backing Jesse's beef. Wolves are going to walk away with 2-1 victors.
So yeah, that was the first game week video. The predictions are inside from here to like there to like there. So yeah, look at them. If you want to comment your own, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Next week we won't have Jesse. We should have Philip. You have me, and we will have Ashley. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. We'll see you later. Goodbye.
Ta-da.
I used to think I couldn't be